Why World Mutt-i-grees Rescue Day? Since this room really is comprised mostly of people who know what we do, why do you think we came up with a name like that and a day like that? What's the purpose of it? Joanne?
To bring attention to the plight of homeless animals and give them all a world-recognized birthday.
And she's really a ringer. She knows all the answers. I think what she said when she talks about, the plight, I don't think it really registers in what people think. I think a number that I'm going to give you is going to really make an impact. In shelters each year, over 8 million animals come in. How many leave? Probably less than half. And of those 8 million, 5 million are cats. And I think that's another figure that we took into account when we said cats are really an important part of what our Mutt-i-grees movement is all about. So if you go back 20 years, you realize with that number of animals, probably 100,000 animals have been put down over the past 20 years. And with that number, all those animals weren't put down because, there was something wrong with them. They were put down because, they couldn't find homes. And why couldn't they find homes? They couldn't find homes because people were reluctant to come to shelters. They didn't think of a shelter animal as something to really have in their house. They wanted to go for the purebred. They supported the puppy mill. And the animals that we have here, and we've been doing this for 30, 40 years, and it really picked up in the late 80s and 90s, we started to market the animals in terms of making them look very desirable. And we passed this along to shelters around the country, and we worked very, very hard with them. We gave them grants to get them really into what it takes to get your shelter animal adopted. But even that wasn't enough. We're still seeing, 5 million animals coming into the shelter each year. We're still seeing, 3 to 4 million being put down each year. So that gave birth to our Mutt-i-grees movement. We figured we had to make an impact that really lasted, that made an impact, and we wanted to go to where the decision makers of tomorrow would be. We went into the schools. We went into the many, many public schools around the country. We're going to go into the private schools around the country. And that is what our Mutt-i-grees curriculum does. It's trying to educate the youth of tomorrow, who are going to be the adults, who are going to be the people coming to adopt. We figure if they come in to the adult world with an idea of the plight these animals are suffering and why it's important that they get adopted, that's where our greatest number reduction is going to be. And we probably have a shot then at coming up with a no-kill nation. I mean, right now, you hear a lot of talk about we want a no-kill city, a no-kill country. It's not happening. And what do you see? You see mostly the plain, old, stale type of humane education message. The Mutt-i-grees curriculum is different. Right now, it's in 900 schools in 27 states, and it's dealing with 100,000 students. We just had a conference last week in Louisville, Kentucky, where you had over 700 teachers coming in. They're going to be taking this back to their schools, getting introduced into their schools. Next year, there's going to be one in Little Rock, Arkansas. Following year, we're going to hit New York City again. And this is where it's really, really going to catch on. I mean, it's really gaining traction. And as more and more people understand what the Mutt-i-grees curriculum can do, how it can get people into shelters to adopt and keep them out of pet stores that are supplied by puppy mills when they want a pet. Big change is going to happen. In 10 years, you're going to see major, major reduction in numbers. Right now, it's being tested in pre-K to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 8 is being developed, then it's going to go into high school. 4 phases. Those 4 phases are being funded by the Cesar Millan Foundation. And Cesar has been a big advocate. A lot of his training techniques follow what they're teaching the students in the curriculum, teaching them to be calm, caring, confident. It's going into social and emotional skills, social and emotional development. That's how children are going to really make the right decision. We can be assured they're going to make the right decision because they're going to be taught what the right decisions are. They're going to be taught how to think and why they should be making a decision such as this that saves lives, that doesn't kill lives. And the Mutt-i-grees curriculum is a big part of it, but the Mutt-i-grees movement is way more than that. The Mutt-i-grees movement involves a national Mutt-i-grees registry, which we encourage everybody to participate in. If you have a shelter pet, join the registry. And you can find out all about that by going to animalleague.org/Mutt-i-grees. I encourage everyone to do that. On Friday, I gave a 30-minute interview on CBS Radio, which aired yesterday, but the time it aired was 6 and 6:30 in the morning, so I'm not sure how many people heard it. But it really describes in depth the whole Mutt-i-grees movement and the history of North Shore. So it's going to be posted on our website later today. I encourage you, go to it. It's very, very important. At this point, I would like to introduce Catherine Irby, the star of... What? I want to do the video. I am not introducing Catherine. I want to do 3 PSAs that Catherine did for the Mutt-i-grees movement.
I am a spokesperson for the American Mutt-i-grees Club. We're raising awareness to have people adopt from shelters and not go to pet stores. Adopt mixed breed dogs. In the puppy mills, there are hundreds of puppies and mothers and fathers in cramped, small spaces. They're not socialized properly. They're not given exercise and love. It's just a cruel situation, and there are too many of them in these small spaces where they're just not treated well. We could end puppy mill breeding and irresponsible breeding if more people went to shelters and adopted dogs. There are hundreds of dogs waiting, just adorable, cute dogs like Lila, waiting for families to come and take them home with them. Just having Lila on the streets, walking with this dog, who is a mixed breed dog who we adopted from a shelter, that alone, the people we run into, they ask us where she came from, what kind of dog she is, and we don't know, so we'll say she's a mixed breed who we rescued from North Shore Animal League. If there are 50 million of us out there walking these amazing, smart, individual dogs, I think that alone will help enormously to spread the word. Each year, more than 4 million animals are euthanized, and by adopting a Mutt-i-gree, we can try to change that. Hi, I'm Catherine Irby. When I'm not solving crimes as detective deems on Law & Order Criminal Intent, I'm raising awareness of real-life crimes of animal cruelty and irresponsible breeding. As a heartfelt dog lover, I know it's a crime that millions of adult dogs and puppies are being euthanized each year. Puppy mills and irresponsible breeders across the country breed puppies in horrific conditions and then sell them to pet stores. When it came time to get my dog, I didn't have to think twice about where to go. I chose to adopt a mixed breed dog from an animal shelter, not a pet store. And when I look at Lila, I wonder why anyone would not adopt a Mutt-i-gree. As a spokesperson and member of the American Mutt-i-grees Club, I want to help rally mixed breed dog owners to help end animal cruelty. Adopting a shelter dog is the right choice. Join us today at mutt-i-grees.org and let your voice be heard on behalf of the millions of dogs who are euthanized and silenced each year. Thank you. I'm Catherine Irby from Law & Order Criminal Intent. This is my dog Lila, and this is Lola.
Hi, I'm from the PBS Kids music series, Lomax, the Hound of Music, and I'm also the official spokesong for Mutt-i-grees. Here to tell you if you're looking for an animal shelter.
Right, animal shelters have lots of great dogs, even their favorite Mutt-i-grees, like Lila.
Adopt a Mutt-i-gree today is the easy and responsible choice.
For more information, visit mutt-i-grees.org.
No need to introduce Catherine now. I figured I'd give you a heads up on who was going to be doing the PSAs. But Catherine is much more than just someone who does PSAs for us. She supports all our events. She was our spokesperson when we introduced and welcomed cats into the movement at the Algonquin Hotel 2 months ago. Catherine's been so wonderful. She adopted 2 dogs, Lila and Tallulah, and she's so proud of them. They're beautiful animals. And I was trying to get her to adopt the 3rd, but it looks alike. And maybe she'll even take the cat. She wanted the cat. She's the one who made the kitten come into the room. But with that said, let Catherine say a few words.
Thank you so much. I really try not to miss an opportunity to introduce people to Lila and Tallulah and to talk about North Shore Animal League America specifically, and to talk about adopting pets, because these 2, I'll start crying, these 2 dogs have changed our lives. They change people's lives every day. They are walking love machines. And if I had a farm somewhere like Connecticut and didn't live in Brooklyn, I'd adopt them all. I really cannot say it enough. They are so unique and so loving, and the statistics of what happens to these animals, the ones that don't find homes, it's heartbreaking. And all it takes is awareness. And this Mutt-i-grees program in the schools, the empathy that this program teaches, we need it in this world. We need it every single day. These kids are benefiting hugely. It's just changing their lives, and they go on to change others' lives. And the same thing with these animals. So cheers to all of you who donate your time and your funds and your love to this place, and to all the good that comes out of here and generates outward into the world. So thanks very much.
Thank you, Tallulah, Lila, and Catherine. Now we have a PSA that was developed just for today. It's the World Mutt-i-grees Rescue PSA, done by Beth Stern, and let's roll.
Hi, I'm Beth Stern for North Shore Animal League America, asking you to join the Mutt-i-grees movement. Approximately 8 million homeless animals enter shelters annually, and tragically, nearly 4 million of them are euthanized, just because many shelters have limited space. The Mutt-i-grees movement will help change the way shelter pets are perceived through education and awareness, and by promoting the value of these precious shelter pets that we now recognize as Mutt-i-grees. Shelters have all kinds of healthy, affectionate, and beautiful animals, so there is no need to buy a dog or a cat from a pet sitter. When you open your heart to a Mutt-i-gree, you'll not only receive unconditional love, but you're saving a life. Join the Mutt-i-grees movement by adopting a shelter pet today. Visit animalleague.org/Mutt-i-grees.
This event is being streamed live. We got everything working, so what you're seeing here is being seen by, hopefully, millions of people around the world. I just want to emphasize certain steps that animal lovers can take to make World Mutt-i-grees Rescue Day really successful, make the Mutt-i-grees movement really successful, and how they could show their support for what we're doing, what we're trying to do. They can download the PSA in high-resolution media, MPEG, Flash, and or MP3 files by visiting animalleague.org/Mutt-i-grees. They can like us on Facebook and share our Mutt-i-grees message at facebook.com/theanimalleague. They can dedicate your Facebook profile image or status to our Mutt-i-grees message for a day, week, or any length of time. You can pass it on. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet our Mutt-i-grees message at twitter.com/animalleague. Link to our Mutt-i-grees page, animalleague.org Mutt-i-grees on your own website. Promote the Mutt-i-grees message through emails, blogs, and other social media networking sites. And adopters of shelter pets, what I said before, if you have a shelter pet, join our registry. And you can go to animalleague.org to join the registry. That's very important. We want to know how many Mutt-i-gree owners there are out there. And it's going to be a community. It's going to be a way for interaction, for questions, for concerns, and it'll be a powerful movement. It'll make Mutt-i-grees movement happen faster the more people we get into the registry. So again, encourage you to join. Go to animalleague.org/Mutt-i-grees. Thank you.